I know who it is, because I heard the rumble in Lowell Park's audience as Faker does pick it up. 3-0-2 on the RE, but honestly, I felt like this game was so slow and methodical that honestly, it felt like definitely a team effort here for Team.
Have things in the top side. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, just a bit of a spread and a share between the mid and...
I like it.
Absolutely fantastic. I think Ona was definitely doing very, very well there.
Different, for sure. Means that they're not going to be playing around Kana. And this, with the Azir pick coming through, and a big laugh and a chuckle from BDD. And they do get rid of it, as this fourth pick Ahri that we've been seeing around here.
But it will be where Ghost goes with this one. Might just be an angle here for something like the Nautilus now. Rakan, also similar idea with this. You have a lot of kill pressure.
Her name is Powder, though, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Spoilers for Arcane.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. For those of you who haven't watched episode 1 of Arcane, my bad. It's going to go down.
700 games, we hit it.
There you go, 700 in the LCK. Each with the body slam, look for that play. The attack already going in. There's the flash body slam, as easy as.
Meanwhile, Owner taking his own trip up here, but a little bit late.
Yeah, now he might miss the kill on that ward. Yeah.
Once again, Dread takes a trip up here. Doesn't have 6 yet.
Uh-oh. Zeus is in a lot of trouble. He does not have flash. The Q is there for the execute. Dread there overall as Owner is level 6. Maybe trying to set up here against Dread. He's going to knock him into the wall. This is a Lee Sin, but oh, it's going to be denied. He has to flash out of that one. Here, where Kana's on the flank, looking for it. Hex flash for Keria. He's trying to frontline, looking for an engage here. He's going to find Kana in the front. They burst him 100-0, and the knockup comes in, but it's taken by the Poppy of all of them. And in the front line, Keria going to soak up a bunch more of that damage. T1, you already got the objective. Nongshim looking for a little bit more. So you can see Effort maybe thinking about a follow-up hook, but again, this is a Poppy. The smite is going to come down, and another charm is going to land. Faker just getting it down as Dread goes in, and maybe a little bit of frustration. He nearly takes out Zeus, but not quite going to have... Oh, he's actually going to kill Faker. I take that totally back.
Look at Ghost health here. Wants to play on Aguma. He
Ooh.
wants it so bad, but he's not going to get it. Ooh. Kana is here. Does not have cast, but does have flash.
Yeah, he's dead.
Body slam.
No flash. That's a free kill for Kana.
So it feels like you are pushing the issue in your favor, right? Is the engage here onto Kana is fantastic, right? That was the idea before the Herald fight started, is okay, let's try to take this Gragas out. Then BDD, they completely avoid his Emperor's Divide, like spread like the Red Sea here, and he is stuck on the outside of this fight with no health. But they decide to turn around again to like, BDD can't fight. We have the longer damage here. We have a great front line. And Effort flashes out, he dies, but then they stay a little bit too long as Dread comes in here and takes a kill. Still trading up here as T1, and they did get the eye.
Yeah, I was so surprised that he survived through all of that.
And then Guma just insane greeds for a wave up here. And Kana, yeah. We've seen this one already. Body slam connects, doesn't have flash, picks up 5.
And it's just Kana.
The problem is that this is a, it's a pushing Tristana versus a Jinx here. As if they get a pick, I think this is 100% worth it for T1.
Kana has his flash. He did not want to use it. Finally will.
At the end of the day, T1 will get an extra charge here, it looks like, but they don't get a kill. They get a flash.
Well, you say that, but Owner's right here over the wall. He's got his Hex Flash, gets on in there. In goes Effort. He's just going to throw his stopwatch away, maybe even his life at the end of it all. Yeah, the damage is there. That's another kill. As BDD, he's making his way in. You can tell he is just salivating at the idea of shuffling onto all 3 of them, but it is not going to happen. As Dread will avoid the charm here, so... Started off decently well for Nongshim, but now T1 are really having their cake and eating it too.
Well, there's a charm. Keria's got
Dread, yeah, he has the kick. There it is, the execution, and the action never ends.
But so many of these exchanges, I mean, it just doesn't end.
Owner, I mean, Dread is really fed right now. Like, he is taking names. You cannot fight into him, and Gumayusi's like, here, have me too.
Like dying there on the top side, but then disaster strikes. As they look for the pick onto Dread, he does get away here just fine. then he finds his opportunity to turn this one around. He has Gore Drinker, sees his chance to kick Faker. Faker does not have Q, only has Charm, but he can just follow through, does flash, or rather, does flash forward for this, and then Keria does not actually have the ability to stop him. And then Owner over here is like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I mean, you're Poppy, but it's Dread who's very, very far ahead. His kick damage is, or the Q damage is starting to get pretty insane. Guma's caught. You don't have enough vision here or control of the map as T1 to be standing anywhere near this. Oh, stupid one of you, Valdez.
Keria's over the wall. He's going to miss that one, but Owner does not miss. Into the wall, there's a set fast presence, and Dread is not getting out this time, and guess
he's the one on T1's side who's holding all the coin. We're not done yet.
There we go. Nice dredge line, but Faker already got the damage done, right? He got the pick, and he will be taken out. But T1, they got that front line. They get the engage. BDD not able to shuffle anything, and Guma is just going wild. We're flashing under the turret, and they're going to take down everybody except BDD.
He's going to be rewarded because the money goes to the support in the end. As we watch this catch on the Dread, it's a really nice Hex Flash, and yes, he does avoid the Zenith Blade, but crashes him into the wall here. It's a 4v1 scenario. No one here to deal for him. Is kind of caught, isolated from the rest of his team. And then this is another play from Faker, over the wall to look for a Kana pick, and it works out, but he does die for it here. But unfortunately, Nongshim, in order to turn this around, have to go so far forward. And Owner, man, he's playing this Poppy so well.
I think Zeus knocked the Tristana out of her jump, and then Owner flashed on her with the steadfast presence.
Engage here for Nongshim now.
This is a rough spot for them. I mean, it's the same position, right? Right over this wall. Nongshim do not have vision over the wall. They knew they were there, and Faker and Keria together.
Faker is, if you don't have vision, you can't be that far up.
Kana, he's trying to make this play happen because he has a lot of help from behind. Keria just going to flash out of that one, but that's a kill into Ghost, who is quietly 3-1. Got a little bit caught in the last fight, but that is forgivable.
Faker.
As up here on the top side, that's just going to be Kana going down. Keria and Faker again. The two of them, I mean, it's like
we're looking for an inhibitor.
Tic-tac-toe.
We're looking for an inhibitor pre-20 minutes here. Now, on the other side of things, Nongshim are looking for the same, but they're not going to be able to win this trade. They're not even going to be able to get that inhibitor turret.
Yeah.
Well, they have a big win. They have a lot of cryo now, a lot of control. As Kana starts us off brilliantly, right? He's got the body slam into the cast. His teammates are here. They have a lot of explosive power. This is what Gragas can do in a side lane. This is what he could do in a team fight. But then he goes over here to try to clear this ward, and is just completely obliterated. Now, part of this,
I should say, for Nongshim, where they can push out as a team. But it might not matter if Faker's just going to charm you once again. It is onto the Nautilus, and they spend a lot to try to get on into him. Ghost and BDD just shelling out damage into Keria.
Great
Both
heal.
supports will survive.
His team is playing around him, and they're looking for picks over and over again.
Guma has to flash.
But what happens next?
Yeah, they will be baited into a rough spot. The cleanse is there, but you only get one cleanse as the damage finally comes through, and Ari is so good at following up onto these engages. The Ari-Leona combo comes through once again.
He is where the Leona is. They're going to try to race this one down.
They know where Dread is. So Keria just going to go over the wall. He's just tracking Dread around as the Q tries to go in, and see you later, Mr. Lee Sin. So the Baron will go the way of T1, but Keria has to give his life for
lose BDD before a crucial objective because he's trying to walk over. Then you lose out so much. It's like they force this so hard that Ghost flashed for it.
Ghost is the initiation in this case.
Well, Ghost is relevance in this game is moments like this where he can blow up a single target, right? Like, he's not a front-to-back team fighting Tristan, and not really against a comp like what T1 is running. So he's trying to flash for a kill here because he's like, I need to be relevant, I need to get this kill, I need to wipe this AD carry off the map, so maybe we can fight for an objective. But this pick,
as they want Zeus to do the majority of the poking, as another big Poppy ultimate comes in, and they're going to isolate Kana once again, just not able to get away from this. As they're trying to defend here on the inner turret, maybe should have just waited at the inhibitor because, again, there's just so many tools for T1, especially when they're ahead. They can kind of do this without getting punished. You know, just throw out ability after ability.
BDD, no flash now.
Yeah, they still have the Spirit Rush here on Faker. He's able to get into that back line, and there is the damage, but is popped away by the Tristana. Used his third charge, but the Zeus damage is a little bit too much. Dread is desperately trying to fight back here, but the Jinx still living. It's BDD versus Guma right now, essentially, in terms of big sustained damage, but Guma is out of mana.
Oh, the charm is nearly there.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, he's down.
Gale Force, at the end of the day.
Faker is just vintage Faker right now in this game.
Man, Kana, he's trying so hard, but he can't. Nearly takes out Faker. And it won't happen. Not yet. BDD, he's getting angry. He's going to get one, and this will open up a couple of kills, actually. Feels worth, but all the while, okay, Faker will go down as well. Mid lane is being pushed. The inhibitor did go down.
And Faker was having so many fantastic moments here. This starts off with Owner's engage, knocks back Ghost and his partner there. Bye-bye, see you later. Kana's dead again. He's doing his job, by the way. Like, Kana, this is not like on Kana. This is just a really nice engage from Owner. And then things get a little bit messy down here because T1 try to force. Faker rotates down, looks for the pick, doesn't actually get it. And so his health bar is very low. He comes back in. And then T1, at this point, okay, you didn't get the inhibitors. It's probably time to leave. And yet, the way that Nongshim chase gives them the opportunity to almost grab 4 picks. Like, Kana comes back in 4 seconds here to almost die again. Guma takes out the Nautilus. And at this point, like, just take your win. Like, take your W, T1. Well, they stay a little bit too long, which gives over Soul Point.
Yeah, it does in the end. And of course, all 3 of these members from T1 do die. So Dread, BDD especially, he's the one that sets this up from behind. He has to give his life for it. But I think it's worth it in the end, especially with the Soul Point, as you mentioned. Nongshim, I mean, they don't have much hope in this game, but they'll take anything they can get at this point, right? You see, they're trying to force this. They want Dread's position to matter, and it might. They're going to catch Guma. Immediately, they burst down the Jinx as they're looking for more. Carrier's going in. I don't know about that. Now they're going to get on top of Jace here as Faker's desperately trying to sort this up. T1 only get the Nautilus. Nongshim immediately with that flank. They're going to be able to pick up this Baron.
And this is like the 17th time in the last 2 weeks Dread has had one of these, but he pulls it off this time as Faker is going to go down. Dread has so many flank opportunities with this team. They play around his flanks, but sometimes it looks very silly when he does it. Sometimes it goes off, they lose an objective, or he can't make the flank work, or well, they're fishing for these picks. And he comes in and gets the most important target. Gumusi is just sent into the open arms of Effort and crew, is picked up by BDD, and there's no turn here anymore from T1. You just don't have the damage to support this fight. Faker is trying his damnedest over here on the side, but a charm isn't useful if there's no damage to follow it up. As we watch Dread's first-person view, insta Q after the kick, and we're going to Baron after this. So well played, and finally Dread gets the credit he's deserved for these long con flanks. He loves playing this style, and it pays off big time this time. And T1 will lose complete control over the map for the first time. Sort of backline access. Oh, he threads the needle on the Ghost.
That is a insane amount of damage. This is up against Baron buff right now. As the steadfast presence is there, he's gonna deny the escape for Effort, who's the only one to go down so far.
Ares are standing. You saw that last one just didn't do anything into the shield of the Mountain Soul. Dread's angle nice.
Yeah, they don't have all the information as the cask is going to stop. Owner flashes the wall. It's not enough, and he immediately burns down. Keria as well is going to be gobbled up by the side of Nongshim. As the charm does come in, they take out the Gragas. Keep in mind, Guma and Faker and Zeus, they're all still alive.
Yeah, the Lee Sin kick, they're not going to actually try to push it. The positioning is too good, like you said. Respawns are coming through. As the cast onto Owner was so beautiful, and Kana does die right after this at the front line, as we've seen so many times. I feel like this guy is doing his job so well, but he's getting punished for it, and his score line does not actually indicate how...
Getting this going, we have Faker coming up on the right side. He's got that elixir pumping right now.
Super Minions pushing into mid. There's a timer on this for T1.
Oh, Dread is there, and they're going to pick him. And he has his GA and the stopwatch. Can he get out of this, though? The kick onto Owner, and both junglers get extremely low. Keria in the back line. They got to get Dread here, but it's not looking good. Faker is going to be taken down by the Emperor's Divide, and the hook goes down onto Gumayusi as well, and that's going to do it. The ace comes through, and we are going to game number 3.
Dread had such a fantastic game on the Lee Sin, always where he needed to be. His flank on the Baron was what got Nongshim map control for the first time. They were no longer in fear of these Ahri charms and where Keria was roaming with Faker. Once he got that pick, he was basically in full control of this game. We had a nice deny there on the Poppy Smite, pushing him out of the Baron pit there from Kana in that last Baron fight. And then Dread, yes, he is caught, but he has stopwatch, and he's so tanky, and they had the Mountain Soul. The overextension on the bottom side of the map there for T1 was really what spelled.
A lot of damage went out from Gumayusi. You can see that the gold graph as well, very down and up. In this case, an extremely close game down to the wire. I mean, there was a chance that T1 was even going to win that last team fight, but just not meant to be. The GA actually got a lot of value.
괜찮거든, 나 괜찮아. 뽀삐 봐, 뽀삐. 가연이 있어.
제이스. 기다려. 선생님 한번 빨리 지 마. 아리. 맞아. 아래 맞아. 미드 가자. 이거. 아리 좀만 맞아. 제이스 노플. 나이스 미드 가자. 헤일 찍어도 될 것 같아.
나 가연이 쏘시겠는데 나를 물어버리네. 미안해.
장동아.
너무 못했다, 미안.
장동아, 괜찮아?
나 괜찮아.
장동이 살아있어?
포코맨인데 그라가스 어땠어?
그라가스 어땠어? 포코맨 미드 앞점프 어땠어?
미안해. 잘했다. 다음번 잘할게.
잘하네.